Overview lyrics, Beatles, listing artist. Way back when I was just a little bitty boy living in a box under the stairs in the corner of the basement of the house. Half a block down the street from Jerry's Base Shop. You know the place? Well, anyway, back then life was going swell and everything was just peachy. Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single morning my mother would make me a big old bowl of sauerkraut for breakfast. Aw, big bowl of sauerkraut every single morning. It was driving me crazy. I said to my mom, I said, "Hey mom, what's up with all the sauerkraut?" And my dear sweet mother, she just looked at mine like a cow looks at an oncoming train. And she leaned right down next to me and she said, "It's good for you." And then she tied me to the wall and stuck a funnel in my mouth and force-fed me nothing but sauerkraut until I was 26 and a half years old. That's when I swore that someday I would get out of that basement and travel to a magical faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like warm root beer and the towels are oh so fluffy. Where the Shriners and the lepers play their ukuleles all day long, and anyone on the street will gladly shave your back for a nickel. Wacka. Well, let me tell you people, it wasn't long at all before my dream came true. Because the very next day, a local radio station had this contest to see who could correctly guess the number of molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt. I was off by 3, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque. Oh yeah, never been on a real airplane before. Tell you, it was really great, except that I had to sit between 2 large Albanian women with excruciatingly severe body odor, and the little kid in back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts, and the in-flight movie was Biodome with Pauly Shore. And oh yeah, 3 of the airplane engines burned out, and we went into a tailspin and crashed into a hillside, and the plane exploded in a giant fireball, and everybody died except for me. You know why? Cause I had my tray table up. Cause I had my tray table up and my seat back in the full upright position. Had my tray table up and my seat back in the full upright position. Had my tray table up and my seat back in the full upright position. Ah ha ha ha, ah ha ha, ah ha ha. So I crawled from the twisted, burning wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, dragging along my big leather suitcase and my garment bag, and my tenor saxophone, and my 12-pound bowling ball, and my lucky autograph glow in the dark snorkel. But finally I arrived at the world-famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn, where the towels are oh so fluffy. You can eat your soup right out of the ashtrays if you wanna. It's okay, they're clean. Well, I checked into my room and I turned down the AC and I turned on the SpectraVision, and I'm just about to eat that little chocolate bit on my pillow that I love so very much, when suddenly there's a knock on the door. Well now, who could that be? I say, who is it? No answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally I go over and I open the door, just as I suspected. It's a big fat home bracket with a flock of seagulls, haircut, and only 1 nostril. Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he bursts into my room and he grabs my lucky snorkel, and I'm like, hey, you can't have that. That snorkel's been just like a snorkel to me. And he's like, tough, and I'm like, give it. And he's like, make me, and I'm like, hey. So I grabbed his leg and he grabbed my asparagus, and I bit off his ear and he chewed my bubble gun, and I took out his briefcase and he gave me a cold root beer. Yes indeed, you better believe it. Somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the hook. 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice, and you know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. In Albuquerque, Well, to cut a long story short, he got away with my snorkel. But I made a solemn vow right then and there that I would not rest. I would not sleep for an instant till the one-nostriled man was brought to justice. But first, I decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shop. And I walked on up to the guy behind the counter. And he says, "Yeah, what do you want?" I said, "You got any glazed donuts?" He said, "No, we're out of glazed donuts." I said, "Well, you got any jelly donuts?" "No, we're out of jelly donuts." He said, "No, we're out of jelly donuts." I said, "You got any Bavarian cream filled donuts?" He said, "No, we're out of Bavarian cream filled donuts." I said, "You got any cinnamon rolls?" He said, "No, we're out of cinnamon rolls." I said, "You got any apple fritters?" He said, "No, we're out of apple fritters." I said, "You got any pear claws?" He said, "Wait a minute, I'll go check." "No, we're out of pear claws." I said, "Well, in that case, what do you have?" He says, "All I got right now is this box of 1 dozen starving crazed weasels." I said, "Okay, I'll take that." So he hands me the box and I open up the lid and the weasels jump out and they immediately latch onto my face and start biting me all over. Oh man, they were just going nuts. They were tearing apart. You know, I think it was just about that time a little ditty started going through my head. I believe it went a little something like this. Go, get 'em off me. Get 'em off, 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 oh, get 'em off me. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 oh, get 'em off me. Ah, 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 ah. I ran out into the street with these flesh-eating weasels all over my face, waving my arms all around and just running, 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 like a constipated wiener dog in Asla had it. That's exactly what I ran into. The girl of my dreams, her name was Zelda. She was a pickery enthusiast with a sling over bike and hair the color of straight peaches. I'll never forget the very first thing she said to me. She said, "Hey, you got weasels on your face." That's when I knew it was true love. We were inseparable after that. All we ate together, we made together. We even shared the same piece of mid-flavored dental. Very, very, very happy. Oh yeah, but then one fateful night, Zelda said to me, she said, "Sweetie pumpkin, do you want to join the Cola the Record Club?" I said, "Whoa, hold on now, baby. I'm just not ready for that kind of a commitment." So we broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go. In Albuquerque. Anyway, things really started looking up for me because about a week later, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. That's right, I got me a part-time job at the Sizzler. I even made Employee of the Month after a Death Life Bakery's fire out with my face. Oh yeah, everybody was pretty jealous of me after that. I was getting a lot of attitude. Okay, like one time I was out in the parking lot trying to remove my excess earwax with a golf pencil. But I see this guy, Marty, trying to carry a big old sofa up the stairs all by himself. So I say to him, I say, "Hey, you want me to help you with that?" And Marty, he just rolls his goes. Although I would have cut off my arms and legs with a chainsaw, so I did. And then he gets all indignant on me. He's like, "Hey man, I was just being sarcastic." Well, that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? I'm not lying here for crying out loud. Besides, now he's got a really cute nickname, Torso Boy. So what's he complaining about? See, that reminds me of another amusing anecdote. This guy comes up to me on the street and he tells he hasn't had a bite in 3 days. Well, I knew what he meant, but just to be funny, I took a big bite out of his chunky legs. He opened his screen and I ran over. Okay. Anyway, I know it's kind of been around. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here is I hate sauerkraut. That's all I'm really trying to say. And by the way, if one day you happen to wake up and find yourself in an existential quandary full of loathing and self-doubt, and racked with the pain and isolation of your pitiful, meaningless existence, at least you can take a slow bit of comfort